In this video, I will take you to Norway's newest Michelin-star restaurant. An intimate setting with the kitchen at its heart, a menu that brings Norwegian nature to life on every plate, and an award-winning sommelier with an extraordinary wine list. Now let me show you why my favorite restaurant in Norway is Renaa. Welcome to Rogaland, a part of the country with a ton of oil, a strong Viking heritage, and one very famous cliff. The capital of the region is Stavanger. Their big flex is having the largest collection of wooden buildings in Norway. On my way to the restaurant, I take a detour through one of the country's most colorful streets, transporting me to a fantasy world. I feel like Alex in Wonderland. Each one of these gorgeous buildings is practically begging for a photo. Eventually, I make it to this place, the Eilert Smith Hotel, a boutique hotel with 12 individually designed rooms. The highlight is here in the penthouse. It's 2-bed, 2-bath, 250 square meter testament to pure class. Private dinners are also held here, and the chef personally prepares breakfast for the guests staying here. I really like the quiet luxury that fills this place. And the best part, our restaurant for today, Renaa, is right downstairs. The 21-seat dining room is dramatic and intimate, thanks to the dark, moody design, flickering candles, and the warm campfire glow in the background. Our eyes are pulled magnetically to the kitchen area, like the stage in a theater. And each move from the team of chefs becomes the performance. Thankfully, we have a front row seat. The first of the team to land at our table is this man, Kristoffer Aga. As a sommelier, he has a trophy case full of awards, including Sommelier of the Year in Norway, 3 of the last 4 years. So I believe we are in the best hands. Tonight, his champagne trolley has 5 selections, and 3 of them could be the star of any restaurant's by the glass offering. They are exceptionally handcrafted champagnes from unique houses. With such an impressive lineup, I can't decide. So Kristoffer suggests a half glass of each. Now this is logic I can get behind. 3 half glasses of prestige bubbly in front of me. I jump into the wine list. For someone who appreciates and loves the world of wine, this is a wonderful place. And I do love it. On the top of their amazing selection are 2 wine pairings. Unique and honest for 200 euros, featuring weekly rotating wines from around the world, as well as fine and classic for 550 euros, showcasing prestigious European regions and iconic producers. There are 3 of us at tonight's dinner. One of us ordered a unique and honest pairing, another chose the fine and classic, and I went with a Coach du Remerceau Genévrier from 2019. The sommelier was kind enough to offer us the option to split the servings, allowing us to taste everything. I also asked for a spittoon, which by the way looks really cool. And with that, let the tasting begin. But before that, our first bites arrive to set the stage.
The taco based on rye. Inside it's a potato salad with some smoked herring and some homemade sour cream and leeks. On top we have some løyrom, and it's potato crisp, pickled red onion and vinegar gel. And 1 bite please.
It's an elevated take on the traditional poor man's dinner of hard-working fishermen. I am not crazy about the potato salad, but it has a nice crunchiness that works well with the delicate fish. Here at Renaa, they operate a zero-waste kitchen, which means they use leftovers in creative ways. Like here, in our second bite. It's a tartlet filled with brown crab, trout roe, and mayo of yuzu and ginger, finished with flowers and tomato powder. I found it a bit big for 1 bite, but it has a nice contrast of flavors. Next, a turnip tartlet with crispy kale, a tarragon emulsion, and topped with crispy leeks. 2 more snacks to go. Tenderloin from Reindeer, seasoned with preserved elderberry sponzu and kaffir lime, and pickled chanterelles on top. I really like the choice of a reindeer as an ingredient, and there was a nice acidity from the mushrooms. Super cool bite. Our last snack is a chicken liver macaron. The upper part features chicken liver dipped in dark chocolate, and the bottom is spruce meringue with pine jelly inside. Very intense, rich flavors. Excellent. And with that, we are done with the bites. The kitchen is working at an incredible pace, and the dishes arrived at a perfect rhythm. After this dish, we just had to track down Chef Sven Erik Renaa ourselves. Here he is, the star of the show, known for his humor, energy, and a deep respect for local ingredients. In 2009, he and his wife Turo opened their doors and quickly made a name for themselves. In 2016, they got Michelin's attention and were awarded the first Michelin star outside of Oslo. By 2020, they added a second star. And in 2024, chef Sven Erik made history as the first Norwegian-born chef to receive all three. He has been named Norway's Chef of the Year not once, but twice. And as their president, he had the Norwegian Bocuse d'Or team become the most decorated in history. With the snacks out of the way, 3 wines arrive for our first course. Our coach jury and 2 young wines from the pairings. We have a 2023 Grenache Blanc from South Africa and a 2021 Chablis Grand Cru. Here comes our first course. Sea urchin, raw shrimp, finger lime and salted green strawberries. In a strawberry vinaigrette with verbena oil. Finger lime is like nature's own popping candy. First discovered in subtropical rainforest of Australia. Now it's grown in selected regions worldwide. It gives this dish a beautiful crunchiness. The creamy sea urchin and the depth of this sauce add a touch of elegance. The Chablis paired incredibly well with the dish, and this combination completely overshadowed the South African wine. I really enjoy playing with pairings, and I'm glad we made this choice. Super strong start. Hitting the table next, shellfish on a bed of crushed ice. There are 4 different ones, and we need to eat them in the right order. Starting with the poached oyster from Bumlo with buttermilk, jalapeno oil and salted plum. Then the firmer carpet clam with unripe blackcurrant, fermented chili and yuzu. After that, the classic blue mussel, marinated in white balsamic and dusted with dried yeast vinegar. And finally, finish with the mahogany clam in fermented tomato water and white garlic oil. Oh my goodness! The dish and I went head to head, and the result was a total knockout. The main ingredient is local, but the sauces incorporate ingredients from around the world. This approach really resonates with me. A fantastic dish. Arriving for our next course are 2 new wines. We have an Austrian Sauvignon Blanc and a 2021 Vin Blanc de Palmer. Let's see how well each one complements our next course. It's bluefin tuna. The cut is from the underside of the fish, known as chutoro. It's one of the preferred parts of the fish because of a generous layer of fat. And you know what fat means. It means flavor. It's served with green apple, white currant, Icelandic wasabi, fresh cream with key lime oil, and underneath some lumpfish roe. The amazement continues. Simple presentation, great flavors, nice textures. But the Austrian Sauvignon Blanc from the cheaper pairing was the real surprise. It was the spark that brought the dish to life, elevating every flavor in a way I didn't expect. Speaking of wine, 2 more arrive for our next course. From South Africa, a 2023 Chenin Blanc and a 1997 Riesling from Wachau, Austria. It comes from Nikolaihof, Wachau, one of the country's oldest wine estates dating back to Roman times. Both wines are here to support a signature dish, our first warm dish of the night. Chef Renaa calls it his pasta dish, but it has no pasta in it. It looks like pasta, but it's actually squid, cured in kombu, cut into strips, formed into rosettes and lightly steamed. Underneath is a chutney of salted lemon and a top of roasted squid and black garlic, along with toasted breadcrumbs and mild chili from the Pyrenees. This is shockingly good. The 1997 Riesling was an exceptional wine, yet the Chenin Blanc paired better with the dish. We have met the chef, and now it's time to meet his charismatic wife, Toril. Together, they have shared a life since 2001 and have been key players in creating the Stavanger food scene for over 15 years. What starting as a small restaurant has grown into a little empire, including 3 restaurants and a catering company. You can definitely say this couple have found their stride. From the service side, we have seen nothing but passion and professionalism. And from the kitchen, everything has been next level. The scallop dish is next.
This is our scallop serving, which we like to call the barbecue scallop.
First grilled and glazed with preserved rose hip paste. The sauce is a sabayon, based on shiokoji, with a bit of salted fennel and gooseberries. Trying the sauce first, I can say this: unbelievable. The sauce alone is worth the trip to come here. Another outstanding dish thanks to the smoky flavors of the grill and the beautiful crisp on the top. I loved it. At this point, we are starting to see more heavy hitters in the wine pairing. From the unique pairing, a 93-point Chardonnay, and from the fine and classic, an old friend of mine, a 2018 Bienvenue Bâtard Montrachet from Domaine Le Fleuve. It's nice to compare this to the gorgeous cordiary we have been drinking all night. I would say the Le Fleuve is like a fine violin soloist. Delicate, refined, complex. Cordiary, on the other hand, dominates. It's like the whole freaking orchestra. A pure force driving the symphony forward. It's all for this next course that tells the story of the Norwegian landscape. Local lobster and homemade bread. It's blue lobster poached in clarified butter, served in a vengeance sauce and elderflower vinegar. On top is pickled elderflower and white currant. And it's finished with a cream. The bread is a homemade sourdough from an award-winning in-house bakery team. The butter is 100% organic, handmade in the mountains of Norway and fermented in a former shepherd cabin. I absolutely love the butter presentation and the bread itself. The dish had perfect ingredients, acidity, flavors, depth and spiciness. Until now, everything has been fantastic. Here I am in Norway, in a town I probably would never have visited, unless the Michelin guide hadn't awarded this hidden treasure 3 Michelin stars. But let's talk about treasures for a moment. It's a big world full of hidden gems, and many are just waiting to be discovered. That's why we created the attention game. If you have a restaurant or you work at one and it feels like a hidden treasure, this is for you. We're going to help it be found. We are going to pick 10 restaurants, giving them the attention they deserve. And here is the exciting part. You get to decide which of these hidden treasures deserves the spotlight. Then I will do what I do best. Travel there and bring the full experience to you. So keep your eyes peeled and let's find those treasures together. Details and the link are in the description. A work of art makes our next course. It's grilled monkfish, served in chicken butter and birch vinaigrette, topped with fresh mushrooms and truffles. Another amazing course. The sauce again was superb. Main course is next, signaled by the heavy cutlery. For wines, we have 2 reds. A Syrah from California and a 2018 Sassicaia. The 2 wines couldn't be more different, but both are incredibly expressive.
So, Reindeer, welcome to Norway.
The main course tonight is young reindeer fillet. On top is reindeer heart, fermented spruce and ramson capers. The sauce is lemon thyme and bone marrow of the reindeer. On the side, a mug of reindeer consommé and cream, and it's served with a brioche brushed with reindeer fat and lemon thyme. While I enjoyed the reindeer in small amounts with the first snack, having it in a larger portion have made me realize something. Reindeer is not going to be my favorite ingredient. If it's up to me, they are better off running around in the forest. Savory dishes are done. Now it's time for the sweet courses to shine. But first, some new wine. In the big Jeroboam bottle, we have a 2001 Southern sweet wine. And from Tatomer, a Riesling from California. Our palate cleanser is a layered citrus salad. Fresh orange and mandarin on the bottom, with niche ice cream and Swiss meringue with timut pepper and clementine sorbet. The sauce is black tea and shiso vinegar split with kaffir lime. An excellent palate cleanser. With our last dessert comes our last wine from the pairings. A 2023 Delicado Sherry and finally a Madeira wine. The second and final dessert is koji ice cream with pine cone reduction. Then we have a chocolate hazelnut tuile with fennel crumble on the side. The whole thing is dusted with toasted seaweed powder. Ice cream in the winter? It's a boy choice, but it works flawlessly. Finally, our last bites have arrived, and we have a nice selection of sweets. And coming out last, a warm cardamom bun to finish things off. And that does it for Renaa. Our total for today, a little over 3,000 euros for 3. To me, this restaurant feels like a love letter to fine dining. It's carefully crafted, full of passion and brimming with attention to every detail. Chef Renaa says his menu is prepared with humor, but from my point of view, he's not kidding around. This was seriously some of the most inventive and precise cooking I've ever experienced. Combined with charming people, an extraordinary wine list and an inviting interior, there isn't much this restaurant doesn't have going for it. It's a symphony of precision and passion, so flawless that for a moment I almost forgot how much preparation goes on behind the curtain. owners, the incredible team, and the whole experience have stolen my heart. And that does it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you like this video, hit subscribe. See you next time.
You can call me stupid. Yes, you can call me sheep.